Welcome to Hamilton Zone. You play as an artillery unit in a 3D top down strategy game where you must time your shots to protect friendly units. Each level will have a goal for the player to meet. In order to do this, players protect units from the enemy units. In the picture to the side, these are the types of units each side has. The icons are just placeholders, and the diagrams ahead. Before each mission, the player will get a briefing, and from that information, the player can choose their loadout. The player can only have a limited amount of rounds, so they must choose their loadout carefully. If a player meets the level of skulls, then they win that level. If the player runs out of ammo and there are enemies left on the battlefield, then the player will lose a life and must restart that level. The player must predict enemy movement in order to hit the enemy. In the first picture, we see the reticle is green, meaning we have a clear shot. In the second picture, the reticle is red, which means we don't have a clear shot. Distance also plays into your timing as well. The further the target is away from the player, the longer the shot will take and reach the target. To reach the target, the player will have many decisions to make not only before the level but during it. In the picture, you can see friendly units are making their way to their objectives and the enemies are moving to stop them. The player must choose which unit to protect. Enemies will be able to shoot the units, slowing their progress. Units defend themselves using a rock, paper, scissors setup. Medics will slow down, but they cannot defend themselves. Infantry take out medics and engineers easier. Tanks take out infantry. Engineers and convoys can beat tanks. As a player progresses through the levels, they will enter different war eras, and the level will account for that. In the picture, you see the level is in a city, which would be in a World War II era. The city can provide cover for enemy units from the player attacks. The circle in the city is a bunker and is a threat to all friendly units. It would take more shots with normal rounds to destroy it than it would if they used a bunker buster round. A major risk will be coding. The units will be on set paths so the player will not control them. This should not be hard using what we have learned already. Other aspects of the coding could be more difficult. Depending on how the coding goes, there will be at least 3 levels per era and 3 eras. But if coding takes too long, we can cut it to 2 levels per era. We want to make sure the levels are like the battlefields in each era, so we must do research for weapons and the battlefields of those eras. This should be our priority. Games like this would be World of Tanks, just in the aspect of how an artillery unit would work. Thank you for watching this presentation on Hamilton Zone.